Welcome, folks, to this month's Anglers Channel Extra here from the 50th Bassmaster Classic in Birmingham, Alabama, fishing on Lake Guntersville. I'm Chris Brown, here with my buddy Matt Rayner from Ranger Boats, here in the Ranger Boats booth. Bud, this is impressive.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we're excited to be here. Obviously, Classic Week's the kind of the Super Bowl week of our sport. Been especially exciting for us this week. Back as an official sponsor with Bass. It's been since 2000 that we had a sponsor relationship there. So first Classic back on board. It's been super exciting. We've got a product mix, everything from pontoons, aluminums, tried and true Comanche level, high-end standard bear of the sport, in my opinion. We're excited to get the show kicked off. Crowds have been great today. As you've seen, we're even incorporating some new technology in the boat for 2021, showing off some of these new lithium batteries. Yeah, excited about that.
So, obviously, a big booth, a lot of good-looking boats. I won't lie, when I saw the press release come through about becoming a Bass Premier sponsor again, kind of a little fist pump, kind of got excited about it.
Yeah, how can you not get excited about that, right? The Bassmaster Classic stands as the Super Bowl again in our sport.
Sure.
Like we all have known that Bass has got such a rich heritage. Ranger was there from the very beginning, the very first classic boats. Forrest Wood, Ray Scott really, brought this sport into being what it is today, and we're excited to kind of be back home with them in that sponsorship capacity. We've got a bunch of great Ranger pros fishing this circuit and several guys that are contending this weekend.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great event. We're excited to be here. Guys, hang tight. We'll have a lot more here from the 50th Bassmaster Classic. Since 1971, the Bassmasters Classic has long been thought of as the Super Bowl of bass fishing. Celebrating 50 years this year in its home state of Alabama, we saw many new faces in the competition. The fishing was tough on Lake Guntersville with cold mornings and bright bluebird skies by day's end. Here's a look back with Anglers Channel's Vance McCullough and Jason Duran.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you ready to get this going?
Hank Cherry posted a big lead by combing a big grass flat to rope a big bag of Lake Guntersville bass. He enjoyed an advantage of 7 pounds 11 ounces over John Cruz and Clint Davis, who were tied for second after the first round of competition, on a day when 5 anglers posted better than 20 pounds. On the second day of the 50th Bassmaster Classic, Hank Cherry cycled between a crankbait, bladed jig, and jerkbait to fish the Browns Creek Causeway, a well-known community hole that somehow the rest of the classic field left to Cherry. Folks, here we are, third day, final day of the 2020 Bassmaster Classic, and I'm fortunate to be out here with Jason Duran, a man who knows this lake, been out here a little bit on this pond. Jason, what's up?
Well, we're here with the day 1 and day 2 leader, Mr. Hank Cherry, who's just fishing right outside Browns Creek. He's been working in this bridge area every day, but he's gonna hit these riprap here early in this morning. The water temperature has been fluctuating a little bit this week. We had some really cold nights. Well, last night was a little warmer. Yesterday was a little warmer during the day. Today's gonna be a little warmer. He's hoping this bite gets on a little sooner today. So we'll see what he does. Day 1 and 2 leader. He could wrap it up here and lead all the way, wire to wire.
I'm fired up, let's go find out.
Looks like Hank's throwing a jerkbait. Just working this riprap right here. You can see he dropped right there at the bridge, and he's working the outside of this riprap right here on the outside of Browns Creek. Pretty nice. You can ride out of town this morning, catch you a little Championship Sunday action from your car. That's pretty cool. Got a little posse following him.
Jason, we see Hank here making some adjustments to his tackle. He's been using a jig, jerkbait, bladed jig, crankbait. All that stuff plays this time of year pretty well on Guntersville.
Yeah, it looks like he's throwing on a red crankbait, and everybody knows here at Guntersville you throw a red crankbait. It's no secret. These fish, you would think that probably get used to seeing it, but they keep biting it year after year. So he's just made a little change here, just kind of get a little start here. There's some grass probably rolling right along this bank here. He's working, got the rock, so waiting for the sun to get up a little bit more, I think.
So Jason, coming into this tournament, one of the big conversational threads was what type of habitat would produce the wind. And I actually had an angler tell me at media day, it will not be one on the rocks and the bridges. Well, here we see Hank Cherry leading going into the third day, while grass has gotten most of these guys here. He's kind of gone a little bit back to a very popular spot that nobody else is fishing. He had it to himself.
Yeah, the bridges always come into play here in Guntersville. And a lot of guys say you can live and die on the bridges. Sometimes it's waiting for the fish to come to you on the bridges. It's a tough thing to have to sit there all day and not get a bite. But man, when you get a bite, it's going to be a good one. So he's just kind of hanging in the area, I think. You did see him yesterday work a lot of this riprap on both sides. So he may not necessarily be focusing on the bridges, but he is, like you said, focusing on these rocks. These rocks are, I mean, the water temperature is 51 right now. So when the sun hits those rocks, you know, right around that surface of those rocks, it's going to be warmer. There's grass in the area, that's going to hold water temperature as well. So this time of year, fish want to be a little bit warmer. We've moved just to the other side of the bridge here. Picked up the jerkbait again. I think he's just searching the area right now, just trying to find the fish where they are. Looking for a reaction bite, I definitely think that. And you know, he's just going to hang out here. Got plenty of time today. The flotilla is increasing, so he's got to learn to manage his pressure here. You know, that's part of the bad thing about leading the Bassmaster Classic is guys tend to follow you. So maybe one of these guys in second or third that don't have this boat traffic right now are able to produce a bigger bag quicker. We'll just have to see.
Or Jason, he's pulling the wily veteran move of building his flotilla before he starts making laps in his competitor's area.
True.
Since his fish aren't going to bite till this afternoon anyway.
True.
Wow. Now, Jason, drawing on your experience here on this lake, this bite that he's on, is it typically an afternoon bite anyway? Is he sort of killing time right now and just sort of picking up bonus fish?
You know, we fished here in the ABT and we came through this area probably about 8 o'clock and there was nobody on the bridge. Ran back to the back of Browns Creek and there were a ton of guys back in there, and then we came back out about 9, I guess, and the bridge was loaded up and guys were catching fish. So it is one of those things where it's hit and miss too, though. So you got to come over here and try it and see if they're there. If they're not, go try something else. You got to keep kind of coming back and visiting. They're going to bite eventually.
It is a patient man's game, isn't it?
It definitely is, and it's tough. But man, when they are on, you could catch them one after another. I mean, we saw Randy Howell do it over in Spring Creek. So I mean, we know it can be done here. So.
Very taxing on the nerves here, but the reward is well worth it. Tell you what, Jason, this is about as close to a bass fishing stadium as we're ever going to see. We're going to see another one of those deals like Randy Howell had just thousands of spectators lined up on the bridge watching him fish in 2014, and we're starting to see them gather en masse to watch Hank Cherry try to close this thing out.
Well, you had a ton of people at the weigh-in this morning. So as guys begin to head back to the expo, they're going to come right by this spot. And then they look out here and go, what's going on here? They're just going to pull over on the side of the road and get out, come over here and watch for a little bit. So
really cool deal, man.
We are like literally within sight of takeoff. So it's not like he's going to have to manage his time today. I mean, he's the first guy fishing before, you know, the last guy's even gone. So he's occupying every bit of time he can get today.
He may well return to the launch via trolling motor.
He could. He definitely. Yeah, because if he just trolls on down this rocks right here, he's on the ramp. So.
Okay, so Todd Alton talked to me after day one about the floating eelgrass been ripped up by the running water, and it makes it really hard to fish in a lot of these areas and throw something like a crankbait.
Yeah, you get under that bridge, you know, this is an area where the north wind will blow into you. So it'll blow in and under that bridge. So this grass will get torn up by the current and then blow into the bridge. So sometimes it gets hard, it's hard to fish underneath the bridge to make your cast because your line just catches all that eelgrass. So guys will go through there, and we've seen them before, and just run through there and blow that eelgrass out and then come back and fish it again. So it's hard to manage. It's not gonna mess up his area right here today though. There's plenty.
Well, you sure see it all piled on them rocks by that
that's
tree
what
over
it's
there.
blown up there. Yeah.
It's good.
Because when we had high winds all week.
So, Jason, while fish may be everywhere on this lake, the winning caliber of fish is a different story. How does a guy go about finding those winning fish?
Well, sometimes those fish will stack up, and then sometimes they'll spread out a little bit. Gray Buck caught 2 fish for day 1 and 2 fish for day 2, and they were both really a good bag. And he made the cut just catching 4 fish. So he's around the right fish, but they're not. They're kind of starting to scatter out a little bit. So the key there is, for him, it's kind of targeting those grass edges, and finding where those fish are just kind of holding, ready, because they're ready to start making that move back. This is one of those spots where they're going to hold for a little bit before they move back into browns. They'll sit on that ridge for a little while, and then they'll move on back a little bit more. The fish want to make that move, but just the weather's not cooperating. We've had so much rain this year. Guntersville's super high all year, and the current's been wide open for weeks now. We had all this rain before this tournament, so the lake's been really, really full. It's just trying to figure out. Not normal patterns are necessarily always going to work because so much the currents change so much of the lake.
Jason, over the last 20 hours or so, this water has gotten warmer. Will that kill the jerkbait bite, or how cold does it have to be for these bass to eat a jerkbait reliably on Guntersville?
Well, the water's only 50 degrees, so it's been as high as 51, 52 here a couple weeks ago. So it's hard to say. If it's up 57, yeah, definitely, we're going to move on from that jerkbait bite. But he's been able to make them produce. That's the key. So he's made that bite work for him all week. It's going to be hard to get out of your head with it, if nothing else.
Then again, that's right in his wheelhouse. That's his special pet technique. Everybody's got one that they can do better than anybody else, and he's relying on it here in the biggest tournament stage in bass fishing. So Jason, we see Hank Cherry making a move from the bridge to this nice big flat back here. What do you suppose he's fishing back in this area?
Well, he's fishing a long flat back here, and there used to be a duck blind back here. So there's still some structure. If you can see over there to the left, there's some structure, but he's fishing a grass edge more than likely. Just concentrating on that edge. Fish kind of hold right along that edge where the grass breaks up, and he's just rotating through some spots, I think. I think, like we said, sun's got to get up a little bit more for that bridge bite or that rock bite to get going, and he's just trying to get a fish at this point, You
kind of get the feeling he's just giving that spot time to get right around the corner and maybe getting a bonus fish or two on a little offbeat pattern. It's just a little off his main pattern.
Yeah, I don't think guys are going to move in on that bridge bite. I mean, he kind of knows that's his area, and he went over there and just said, hey, this is my area. We're going to stake it out, and, he's just going to rotate around a little bit, I think. He was back in here yesterday. He was back around the corner yesterday, so Browns Creek's a good area for him just to keep rotating around in. With the water warming up a little bit or the air temperature warming up, maybe they pulled up a little bit shallower first thing this morning.
About the only thing for certain this week is nothing is for certain. This tournament will not be decided until the final minute of the final hour of the final day. Y'all don't go anywhere.
This portion of our program is brought to you by Strike King Lose. Go ahead, tie one on. By Ranger Boats. Quality redefined. Performance reimagined. And powered by Mercury. Do more of what you love on the water.
Whether day or night, I love to tie one on.
Every day of the week, I like to tie one on.
I don't care who's looking, I always tie one on.
Every time I go in the water, I love to tie one on.
You may not know this about me, but every once in a while, I've been known to tie one on.
Come on, man. Join the Stray King team. All you gotta do is tie one on.
I think I always tie one on.
Groundbreaking designs, unsurpassed quality, and unshakable confidence. Welcome to the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series. Leading the industry for over 50 years, these rigs are custom crafted and loaded with more features and advantages to deliver the ultimate ownership experience. The legendary Ranger Z series. Unleash next level performance. Mercury, go boldly.
Hey guys, here Chris Brown back in the Ranger Boats booth and excited about some new technology Ranger is looking to incorporate into all their boats going forward. Thanks to our friends at Relion Lithium Power. The new Tracker Lithium is brought to you by Relion. It's lithium battery power. You get a ton more power on the water, a lot less charging time when you're doing that, and plus they weigh about half of what a normal lead cell battery does, so eliminating a ton of weight out of the back of your boat. I mean, this is a great product. If you've been thinking about lithium power, now's the time to do it. Buy you a new Ranger, incorporate the Tracker Lithium brought to you by Relion into it. You won't be sorry. My buddy Brandon Polnick, BP, here in the Johnson Outdoors booth, the Minn Kota Humminbird. Dude, talk to me about this One Boat Network and all this stuff from Humminbird.
So the biggest deal is that everything works in unison. It all works together, and that's why it's the One Boat Network. My Talons, my Ultrex, my Humminbird units, all of it is connected, and I can control it from anywhere in the boat. That's the biggest thing. So I can attach my units to my Ultrex, I can control them or connect them to my Talon, control my Talons from my units. So no matter where I'm at, I can drop my Talons. You know, if I want to, say I want to go across the bay.
Right.
Make sure there's nothing in the way, because it's not going to recognize there's an island there. But I can take a waypoint, I can say go to and spot lock. And my trolling motor will drive me over there and spot lock right on that waypoint. So I can retie while I'm doing that. I can do things that I need to do. It's more efficient on the water, helps with that time. And it's truly one of the best ways to learn out on the water, is being able to have that one boat network that's all connected and just allows you to go out there and enjoy it and learn and be more effective on the water.
My buddy Matt Marsh here with Carhartt, but I got to talk about this because I wear Carhartt almost every day of the week. I know a lot of our viewers do as well, but now we can wear it on the weekend as well for fishing.
Yep. So our goal is to outfit hardworking people no matter what they're doing. You know, here at Carhartt, and I mean, we think we make product for any job and whatever you do on the weekend. So we got Force Technology, lightweight T-shirts. You know, you can sweat wicking during the day when you're out in the yard working, and then when you get on the boat, you know, Saturday morning, go fishing.
So you guys, I mean, since you've gotten into fishing, I mean, you guys have been supporting high school, college, and now at the pro level.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about that.
So college fishing, we want to support the next class of Elite Series anglers and support kids that they don't have jobs, they're going to school full time. It kind of really started with the Lee brothers, and they won the college championship. They're fishing the Classic. We support them, and now these college kids are looking up to them, and Carhartt's going to be there to support them. Once they are done with college, and then when they're working 50 hours a week, we want to support them then too.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's like we say all the time, we see them across the stage every weekend in tournaments. We wear it during the week. Now you can wear it on the weekend. Check them out, carhartt.com, and check out the fishing apparel, man. Absolutely killer stuff.
Move downstairs now at the Lew's Strike King booth with Lew's Strike King Pro, Andrew Upshaw. Bud, how are you?
I'm doing great. You know, the Bassmasters Classic is just booming this year. Like, I mean, there's so many people, so many great things. You know, I can't wait to fish this tournament again. It's been a little while. So I love working, but I want to be out there on the water.
I got you. What's new with Lew's this year?
You know, we actually have a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. The first thing is the new custom light. This is the lightest Lew's reel ever made. It's at 4.9 ounces. It's $279. I had one of the very first ones of these. By far one of the best light bait casting reels that we've ever made. I mean, you can take a very light bait, even a heavy bait, but a light bait you can throw like a wacky rig, a weightless worm, something like that. You can throw it with ease with this thing. It is incredible.
Awesome. All right.
One other thing I want to talk to you about is our new rod. This is a very successful line of rods that Lew's has had for a long time. This is the Custom Speed Stick.
Got a few of them. They're great.
Well, the original Custom Speed Stick was white and black,
right,
and very eye-catching. Well, this year we've kind of redesigned it, gone that sleek black look, but we've also changed the handle. So this is a very unique handle. It's called the G Clutch, and you actually tighten the reel on by the bottom handle. So it eliminates any front movement of the rod, so like you don't ever hit it. So it frees up your hand, it makes it much more comfortable. Same price point as it was before. telling you, and the cool thing about the Custom Series, the reason it's called the Custom Series is there's a rod for almost every technique that you'd want to fish with. So it doesn't matter what it is, there is a rod for it, and that's what makes the Custom Series so successful for Lew's.
To learn more about these and more, obviously check out Lew's.com.
Lew's.com,
and or go to sportsmans.com. You can find them there as well. Andrew, thanks, bud.
Jason, quite a few guys are catching fish this morning, and we pulled up on one of the leaders here.
Yeah, it's just now a little after 9 o'clock, and we're on Todd Alton, who has had some really good days. You know, he's back here in the back of Browns, and it's shallow, you know, and the water temperature is, you know, it's upper 50s or mid 50s again. And, you know, one of the camera guys said that he saw him catch a 5-pounder earlier. So it's going to be a fight to the end right here, I think, with Todd, for sure. He's still in it, for sure.
He's covering water on that flat grass bite early morning, starting to get into the mid-morning window here, and he's just still hammering away with a moving bait.
Yeah, making really long casts, fan casting around this grass area right here, and just taking his time, and you know, he's going to fill out a limit here and hopefully continue to upgrade.
Well, Jason, we come back to Browns Creek, and Todd Alton had a good morning in here, and all of a sudden we're seeing some more guys start to pile in here. Browns has been a popular area this week.
Yeah, here we are at the back of the creek. You know, it's 5 foot of water, a lot of grass, guys throwing a lot of moving baits, fan casting around, just trying to get one stirred up. Guys back here already have caught almost caught a limit. So got gray buck moving back here. If this is where Gray's been catching those 2 fish a day, that's a good sign. So there's some good fish back here. Let's hope he can get 5 of them today.
I tell you, Jason, in addition to the shallow water moving bait bite down here in Browns, it seems to be waning a little. The window seems to be opening for leader Hank Cherry, who apparently has 3 fish. The rocks are warming up and that bite's starting to get good. But it seems like there's just these big bite windows on a lake this big. Guys can be spread out, and just sometimes every fish in the lake wants to eat in 10 minutes. It's just, I guess, a matter of being patient and waiting for your fish to turn on instead of getting antsy and moving too much.
A big thanks to Jason for showing me around the lake today. Now we're back in Birmingham, Legacy Arena. The crowd is starting to build. The excitement is starting to build because we're about to crown a 2020 Bassmaster Classic champion.
Are you ready? Let's get ready to win! Well, act like you took the lead with 17 pounds, 7 ounces. You did with 48 pounds, 2 ounces. Skylar Hamilton is leading the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. 26-2 to start the day. Looking for 22-1 to take the lead. 18-9. He moves into 3rd place with 44 pounds and 11 ounces. Get loud for the Zaldangerous one, Chris Zaldane. 29-14 to start the day, 14-2 to add to that. He moves into 4th place with 44 pounds even. Get loud for John Cock. Get loud for Ray Fox. Birmingham, Alabama, let me hear ya. Looking for 15-7 to take the lead. 16 pounds, 9 ounces. 16-9, and Alabama's Matt Herron is your brand new leader. Lee Livesey put on a show today. 30 pounds, 15 ounces as of this morning. He needs 18-7. Birmingham, you think he's got it? 21 pounds, 13 ounces. 21-13. And Lee Livesey is leading the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. 5 fish for 13-10. He moves into 6th place with 44 pounds and 10 ounces. Fadala Logan. Let's hear it for Keith Jones. I got 25 miles, well, don't you know? 32 pounds, 3 ounces to start the day. Llamas everywhere you go. 32 pounds, 3 ounces, looking for 2010 to take the lead. 21 pounds, 13 ounces! Throw up a llama! Zach Fighter is leading the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. 36 pounds even to start the day, looking for 18-1 to take the lead. Looking for 18-1. 18 pounds even. He is in a two-way tie. He needed 18-1 to take the lead. 18 even puts him in a two-way tie for the lead. And looks like you and Seth Fighter are going to have to share the hot seat together.
It's time for your Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. Super 6!
And just a few minutes from now, somebody will step right to the end of that ramp and hoist this bad boy, join a League of Legends, and become a Bassmaster Classic champion. Are you guys ready? 6 anglers in their boats, but we've got 2 others backstage. Those are our two-way tied leaders. I need you to get loud as I bring them out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring out Elite Series champion Micah Fraser and Seth Fighter. Have you guys talked about how this is going to work, or?
No, I don't know how this is going to work.
Fighter, you got any plan?
Rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors. We are going to have the first rock, paper, scissors. Okay, hold on. Let's get the rules. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then shoot. Okay, the rules are set. Let's do it right over here. Hope for the most coveted seat in professional fishing. What are we doing? Let's do it. Go. Time. Oh my. Superpowers. It's just like when Superman fought Batman. Nobody can win here or lose. Keep going. I mean, it's got to end sooner or later. It was. You're going to do best of 3.
Well, yeah. It's only one game got won.
Take an hour, 3
at that pace.
Okay, so, and what are you going to do? Just sit side saddle, or?
Yeah, I'll just hang out.
Brandon Carr came in today with 37 pounds and 2 ounces, and this may be the first time that 2 guys are cheering to get knocked out of the hot seat. Looking for 16-15 to take the lead. 13 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into 4th place with 50 pounds and 4 ounces. Let's hear it. A Super 6 finish for Brandon Carr. Looking for 16-8 to take the lead. Had 37 pounds, 9 ounces as of this morning. 20 pounds, 8 ounces with 58-1. Stetson Blaylock is your brand new leader at the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. 38 pounds even as of this morning. He's looking for 20 pounds and 2 ounces. Do you think he's got it, Alabama? 20 pounds, 10 ounces! And just like that, Todd Martin is our brand new leader. Digging deep and hold them high. Todd, you worked hard to get here. Bassmaster fan, let's celebrate. John Cruz, a former Elite Series champion, would love to take this title. Started the day with 38 pounds and 3 ounces. Looking for 20 pounds, 8 ounces. 50 15 pounds, 10 ounces. He moves into 5th place with 53.13. And with that, Todd Otten brings this to a huge sigh of relief. Let's celebrate John Cruz with an absolute freak of nature. Started the day with 41 pounds even. Bringing us a five-fish limit here today. 41 pounds even to start the day, looking for 17, 11, 12 pounds, 9 ounces with 53.9. Unfortunately gonna fall a little short. He moves into 6th place, but let's celebrate the lethal one, Brandon Lester. Because let's roll through our leader since day number 1. He started this event off with 29 pounds, 3 ounces, firing bombs all week long, cherry bombs. Came into the day with 45 pounds, 13 ounces. And before he grabs those fish, I'm gonna go talk to him. Hey, Hank. How's it going?
It's pretty good. No better place to be than right here.
Sit here for a second, because this is really, I mean, one day, let's be honest, I'm going to get fired from this job. So I just sit and enjoy every bit of this. Look at this, dude. You've led this from day number 1, and you are very close to becoming the winner of the 50th Bassmaster Classic. I don't want to talk to you about what happened today. I want to talk to you about what this week means to you and how you got here.
This week means everything. I mean, everybody's journey in life is a little different. It doesn't make it wrong, doesn't make it right. I've said it before, it's not where you start, it's where you end. There's bumps in the road, there's highs, there's lows, and you just got to deal with situations as everything comes apart. You got to stay within yourself, trust what you're doing, trust in the Lord, and keep pushing forward.
Well, you've been remarkably calm. I got to ask you Bates first before we go up there, because stuff happens up there. You know, we leave the boat, it's calm, it's nice here, then we go up there and stuff gets crazy up there. So before we go there, I don't know how this is going to work out. You know, I don't watch on the final day because I don't want to know. How'd you catch them? What baits were the key baits this week?
Well, each day it changed slightly different. The last 2 days, most of the fish came off a jerkbait. It's kind of a 1-2 punch. The Garmin Ultras with the pan optics up front. I could see really good mapping, so I could see the indentions and the out spots on that secret spot I found called Brown's Causeway. If you never heard of it, it's a big rock wall in the lake there. But I could actually, with the live scope, I could actually follow the herds of gizzard shad. And I could tell when I would see a fish if he was going to bite or not. And I'd say 50% of the time I caught him, just because when boat traffic is blowing you off, so your cast ain't exactly right. But there were several key fish that I caught that I saw coming to get the bait, and I just had to turn my head. Because that thing is just like real life video game playing. It's happening right there, live action. I know Stetson said it, people have heard it, it's being pounded in your head, but if you do not have that Garmin live scope, you are definitely missing out.
You ready to weigh these fish?
We'll get them out of this Bass Cat Mercury and we'll win them.
Let's do it. Are you guys ready to see this thing finish? He's led since day number 1, digging deep in that live well. Let's see what he's got on Championship Sunday. I'll ask Todd Otten to join us right here. It's going to go down to one of these two guys. Started the day with 45 pounds, 13 ounces side by side, guys. He needs 12 pounds, 14 ounces. 19 pounds, 8 ounces. 19.8, and with 65 pounds, 5 ounces. The 50th Bassmaster Classic finishes with a cherry on top. Hold 'em high, Birmingham, Alabama, get loud for the 2020 Bassmaster Classic finishes with a cherry on top. And my friends, you have led it from day number one. For the rest of your life, there's a lot of shiny trophies you can win in this sport. There's only one title. For the rest of your life, Hank Cherry, you are a Bassmaster Classic champion!
I don't know what to say. 2 hours into it this morning, I had one of them Yoda moments when it wasn't going right. It was like, there is no try. You either do or do not. I lost that big one early, and Paul Mueller told me in the boatyard yesterday, he said, look, Hank, things are gonna happen. The devil's gonna try to get in your head. Just kick him out the boat. Tell me you ain't got time for that today. Paul, thank you very much. The support I get from the fans, the support I had from the fans on the water, almost caused a wreck on the Causeway. My family, they're all up there, all across the board. My sponsors take the best care they possibly can of me. From trolling motor to boat to tires, whatever I need. I don't feel like I ever can't call them and say, hey, I'm short on this, I need this. But it hasn't always been easy. There was a time not very long ago that I didn't even know I'd fish again. So all I can say is I did it. Let's go!
Let's go indeed. We're going to bring out Art Defoe, the 2019 Bassmaster Classic champion, to do the handoff.
Promotional consideration provided by Visit Anderson, South Carolina's bright spot, by Toyota, built to go the distance, by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time, and by Humminbird Minn Kota, making every cast count.
From bass and walleye to crappie and the great outdoors, you deserve more than old school aluminum. Reward yourself with the quality, performance, and extra room in a Ranger aluminum design. Packed with features, these rigs carry an ultra-smooth dry ride and stable platforms. Experience a Ranger aluminum boat today. It's built to excel and priced to be yours. Mercury, go boldly.
Congratulations to Mercury Marine Pro Hank Cherry on winning the 50th anniversary of the Bassmasters Classic. And thanks to you for checking out the Anglers Channel Extra, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse. Now more than ever, keeping you up to date on the current situation with tournaments across the country. Also, make sure you check out the Anglers Channel Insider and Anglers Channel Rookie podcast on your favorite podcast app or right here at AnglersChannel.com. You never know what kind of shenanigans we're going to get into from week to week. For AnglersChannel.com, I'm Chris Brown. Y'all be safe and good fishing.